There are so many bilingual children in the world, and I'm one of those. Um, I I was raised speaking two languages. At home, I always spoke only in Slovak language, but from early age, I I was bombarded with Serbian language on TV, radio, music, in the newspapers, and so on. When I started going to school, I already knew both of the languages, but I wasn't aware that I'm speaking two languages until I started going to school, because then we had it separated as Slovenski jazyk and Srpski jazyk, which means Slovak language and Serbian language. And they added English right from the first grade of elementary school, so right at the start I was learning three languages. Two of them were my native languages. But until this year, 2020, I didn't count Serbian as my native language. Why? Well, because I was taught that native language is only the language you speak at home with your family. So, with your mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather, brothers and sisters, and so on. But until recently, I knew later, several years ago, I learned that you can switch your native language, like you can basically speak from the childhood, speak, let's say, English language and perceive that as your native language, but then later, as you grow, you start speaking another language, and you almost completely stop using your first native language, and the second language becomes your native. Well, that's one of the cases. Then I also learned that you can have two or three native languages. So I met several people who have two or three native languages, like, for example, Filipino, actual Tagalog, and Visayan language, or for example Filipino and English, or Korean in English, or in my example, Slovak and Serbian. So what did change this year? So I always expressed myself as that my languages are Slovak and Serbian, and that I also speak English and so on. But recently, when I have been talking about writing CV and trying to find, I was talking about CV and how does that look, what can I add to it, and my boyfriend mentioned, like, for example, you can enter as skills your languages that you natively speak, Slovak and Serbian, and you're fluent in English. I was surprised of it, but it is. I do speak Serbian language as one of my native languages. I truly speaking on a native level, and it's strange that I never that I never classified that as my native language. Why I didn't? Well, mostly because I was taught that Slovak is my language, my native language, and somehow I was making a difference, making some line between them, like Serbian is my language, but it's not my native language. But now I stopped. Both because both of them are truly my native languages, both of them, and I feel like that was it. Has to do with my nationality. Like, I am Slovak, but I also live in Serbia. Slovaks are my people, but Serbians are also my people, and there's no point separating those things. So if you have that something like that, some situation like that you're like, those are my languages, but just this one is my native language, like, you actually can say that you have 2 or 3 native languages. It's okay, like, it's totally fine. That's on you to decide, like, just like it was on me to decide about mine. So I actually have 2 native languages. I just tried to, like, mentally push that away,